about how we perceive people playing their gender roles. It can be defined as a set of societal norms taking what type of behaviors that are generally considered acceptable, appropriate, or desirable for a person based on their actual or perceived sex. There are both pros and cons for the need of gender roles in the United States. And without at least the idea of gender roles, there would be chaos within the community. This does not mean that gender roles can't change, because they do change within small groups of society all the time. It just means that we do have a predisposed to fill the set roles that we're already in. Some of the gender roles that have been set for males are protection of the family, providing for the family. Some of the roles for the females are caregiver, childbearer, and nurturer. The problem, though, is that with our higher intelligence, these don't always have the same effect for everybody. We change all the time. So, as we see in the most basic form, though, we keep slipping away from all this. In nature, though, for example, the male peacock, it has bright colored feathers, and they assert the dominance over other male peacocks to try to win the heart of the female peacock. But it's up to the female to choose what male they want. And they do this by the power that the male shows, by the color of their feathers, and they're the ones that pick, by how their mate looks and the power that they dispose of. And as I said before, roles have changed over time. Just in the past 70 years, we have seen females go from nurturer to the workforce, back to the housewife, and then back into the workforce as more recently as today. And males, they haven't had that much of a change, but as we've seen, they're more and more going into the household roles. As we go into the more century today, and the gender roles, they keep diminishing over time, as we're seeing, and people are able to do what they want without the criticism of people. As my pictures here show, on both sides, this is what they used to be. Females, they're really supposed to be the good housewife. Every woman was given the good housewife book back in the 50s. The males, they were supposed to join the military, do their thing. Now, females are out into the workplace, males are starting to do the housework.
So I'm here to talk about overall equality. Equality is defined as the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities. Inequality has always been a big problem in our society, and it still is relevant today. Inequality can be seen in many different forms, such as gender, religion, ethnicity, but today I'm going to focus mainly on the gender aspect. These problems extend farther than just men and women. It can also extend to transgender community, non-binary community, LGBTQ community, but it's difficult to find statistics and information about the broad spectrum of communities, so I'll mainly focus on the issues between men and women. So the majority of people that were born, say, 30, 40 years ago, were raised to think that everyone is equal and all people should be treated equally. The generation before that, say your grandparents, were probably raised to think that men should be the provider of the household always, and women should be at home providing for the man and taking care of the children. And it's not necessarily that they were bad people for thinking that, it's just a different time, and that's how they were raised to think. So, in today's world, this has changed a decent amount, but not completely. Obviously, some people still think that's how it should be. So we have made some progress, but not completely. One of the main examples that this can be seen in is the pay gaps between men and women. As of 2013, there are no states in which men and women are paid equally. With Washington, D.C., which technically is really a state, just a district, being the highest, women make an average of 91% of what men make. And in Louisiana being the worst, where women make an average of 66% of what men make. And if men and women are working the same jobs and the same roles, then why should they not be compensated equally if they're working as hard as the other one? I believe that all people should be paid the same for doing the same job and working equally as hard. And my visualization shows that even though the women are statistically earning more degrees than men, that they're still underrepresented in leadership roles, such as doctors in Congress and executive officers. So to conclude, I think we need to realize that in today's world, there should be little to no difference on how people are treated and how they're compensated. This doesn't just apply to men and women, it applies to all gender roles that are in the world, and that all genders should have the same rights and they should all be treated equally.
So we have seen a small portion of what our magazine offers today. It gives students today a different view of issues that are going on within our reel today, written by your peers. There are several ways to get it. We offer an online subscription that gives you a monthly issue available right on your mobile device for $8.99. Or you can get a monthly printed issue at Barnes & Noble for $12.99 on the 5th of each month. Thank you for your attention today, and we do hope you open your mind to the ever-changing world around you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.